Nobody stayed long in apartment 909. Not because of the rent, not because of the building, but because of the man people saw standing outside the window every night, smiling, watching, waiting. Emily Parker had just moved to Chicago after getting a new job at a marketing company. She wanted a fresh start after a painful breakup. Cheap rent and a quiet apartment sounded perfect. The landlord handed her the keys nervously. "You're in room 909, he said quietly. Emily smiled. "Thanks." The old man hesitated. "If you hear knocking at night, don't open the window." Emily laughed awkwardly. "What?" But the landlord simply walked away without another word. The apartment itself looked normal. Small kitchen, gray walls, one bedroom, and a massive window overlooking the city skyline. It felt peaceful until the first night. At exactly 2:09 a.m., knock, knock, knock. Emily suddenly woke up. Her heart pounded. The sound came from the window. Confused, she looked outside. Nothing. Only rain and darkness. She sighed. Probably tree branches. Then again, knock, knock, knock. This time louder. Emily slowly walked toward the window and froze. A man stood outside the glass, smiling. Her blood turned cold. They were on the 9th floor. There was nowhere for someone to stand. The man wore an old black suit. His skin looked pale gray. His eyes were completely dark. And his smile, too wide, far too wide. Emily stumbled backward in terror. The man slowly raised one finger and tapped the glass again. Knock, knock, knock. Emily screamed and turned on all the lights. But when she looked back, the man was gone. The next morning, Emily told her coworker Marcus everything. He laughed. "You probably had sleep paralysis. People can't stand outside a 9th floor window." Emily tried convincing herself he was right. But that night, 2:09 a.m., knock, knock, knock. Emily refused to look this time. She covered her ears tightly. Then her phone buzzed. Unknown number. A message appeared. "Look outside." Emily's hands trembled. Another message arrived. "I can see you." Fear crawled down her spine. Slowly, she turned toward the window. The smiling man was back. Closer this time. His face pressed against the glass unnaturally hard, watching her, smiling wider. Emily grabbed the curtains and shut them instantly. Then she heard something impossible. A voice inside the apartment. "Emily?" She stopped breathing. The voice came from behind her bedroom door. Slow scratching echoed across the wood. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Then silence. Emily locked herself in the bathroom until sunrise. The next day, she demanded answers from the landlord. The old man looked terrified. "You saw him?" Emily nodded shakily. "Who is he?" The landlord sat down slowly. 20 years ago, a man named Victor Hale lived in room 909. He murdered his entire family. Emily felt sick. After the police arrived, they found Victor smiling beside the window. The landlord's voice shook, but his body was never removed. Emily stared at him. "What do you mean?" The old man whispered. "It disappeared." That night, Emily packed her bags. She was leaving, no matter what. But as she shoved clothes into her suitcase, the lights went out. Darkness swallowed the apartment. Then came the knocking. Not on the window on the bedroom door. Knock, knock, knock. Emily slowly backed away. A deep voice whispered from the other side. Emily ran toward the front entrance, but the hallway outside her apartment looked wrong. Longer, darker. The lights flickered red. Apartment doors stretched endlessly into darkness. And at the far end, the smiling man stood waiting, his head tilted unnaturally. His smile now split across his entire face. Emily. He began walking toward her slowly. Step, step, step. Emily ran, but no matter how far she went, the hallway never ended. The smiling man kept following. Closer, closer, closer. Then, suddenly, every apartment door opened at once. People stood inside the dark rooms, watching silently, all smiling. Emily screamed. The smiling man appeared directly behind her. His cold hand touched her shoulder and whispered, "You live here now." The hallway lights exploded. Everything went black. The next morning, police entered apartment 909 after neighbors reported screams during the night. The apartment was empty. No suitcase, no phone, no Emily. Only one thing remained, a message written on the fogged window. Smile. And outside the glass, a pale face watched the city from the 9th floor, still smiling. The end.